Okay, we're halfway through the season, and it looks like the storylines are about to pivot. Jenn is no longer the target, and it looks like Heather and Shannon are going up in front of the firing squad. Let's recap this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County. The episode picks up where we left off, with Shannon tearfully pleading to production that her dirty relationship laundry shouldn't be aired out on TV because John will lose it because he's super private. She's convinced he's going to end it, which we know he did once they were done filming this season. Shannon said she told Heather about something pretty bad in her relationship, and she now feels betrayed, especially now that she knows Heather talked to Gina and Emily about it. She only knows because Tamara told her, but Tamara only said that Heather told them that Shannon's relationship was not good. But we don't know if she really got into specifics. I don't know why Tamara is taking it there. Is it to show loyalty to Shannon? Vicky, forever TV gold, is drunk and is making things pretty lighthearted. She ends the scene on a good note. Emily and Shane take their kids to the pumpkin patch. We see they have different parenting styles, and he flat out calls her annoying, which she laughs at, but then he checks her in front of her kids. That's when she feels like her authority is being diminished. Emily has a mini moment and starts crying because doing things as a family with two parents present is a big deal for her because she didn't get moments like that growing up. I feel that was a really real moment for her. Side note, I get that it's reality TV, and I know that Emily is pretty glam for all her scenes, but I hate how done up she is for this outdoor family outing. She's got the full face of makeup with the lashes on. It would be nice to see her a little more natural looking if they aren't at a fancy event. Later on, Emily talks to Shane about her feelings being hurt at the pumpkin patch. It seems like he was listening and acknowledged her feelings. That's nice to see that he was able to put aside the jokes for a split second to hear her out. It's a little filler scene because there hasn't really been much going on with Emily so far this season, but she still manages to stay in the mix, so I'm still liking her. She gets fired up when she needs to. Okay, Tamara and Jenn get together, and Tamara makes excuses for her behavior towards Jenn. Cut Fitness closing down, Eddie's grandmother is unwell, whatever, excuses. It's the typical Tamara cycle. She says she wants what's best for Jenn, and she wants to sit down with Ryan to talk about things. Oof. Tamara invites Jenn and Ryan into the lion's den of a dinner with her, Eddie, Shannon, and John. Jenn is falling into this fresh start trap. I don't think this is going to go well. Jenn is super forgiving and just so genuinely nice. So she's going to believe what Tamara's laying down for her right now. We get this mini scene of Heather in a business meeting with Mark Cuban. Did anyone catch what she said?
Do you remember we had dinner years ago?
In Vegas, I think.
No, we were in LA.
In LA?
We were in LA.
So I probably don't remember much from that night.
I'll just tell you, we had fun and we paid.
I thought that was weird, but maybe this is a rich people joke. He laughed. Okay, the scene is just showing us that Heather is going back to work, and this is probably playing into part of the reason why they moved back to LA, because she really wants to get back into acting. Good for her. The 22,000 square foot mansion is sold, and she, Terry, and the leftover kids are going to be getting out of there. Gina and Jenn hang out. I guess Gina isn't triggered anymore since that storyline was tired and boring. She now realizes that Jenn isn't the monster she was trying to make her out to be. Jen opens up about Tamara and her trying to mend their friendship, and Gina says she's on Jen's side because she was the one being attacked. Weren't you also attacking her, Gina? Jen is also saying that the invitation Tamara laid out to go to the couple's dinner is nice, but she also has her back up too. Yes, Jen, trust those instincts. It is not going to play out as well as you think. Tamara is stirring a new pot. She, Heather, and Jen meet up for a workout, and afterwards she starts talking about Shannon and John. Heather's suspicious of Tamara's motives of wanting to talk so much about Shannon's relationship now, especially since they're back to being friends. She said when she saw Shannon and John, they looked happy, and Tamara agreed, but is putting out some teasers that they may not be. Heather tries to justify why Shannon may not air out all the dirty laundry that's going on in her relationship, and Jen agrees that it's not helpful. She is the prime example.
Tamara and Shannon are really close again, and Tamara has a big mouth. If I had an opinion on Shannon, you think I'm telling Tamara?
Heather asked Tamara if she gets why Shannon may not do that, and Tamara's just like, I don't know. Tamara is plotting and planning to expose Heather for saying that she doesn't feel like things in Shannon's relationship are good behind the scenes. But she has no problem shouting from the rooftop all the things that were wrong with Jen's relationship. Make it make sense. We get a scene with Gina doing the real estate thing. Listen, Gina seems like a nice person, but I don't care about anything going on in her life. It's time to toss her peach over the fence so she can see her way out of the franchise. I think having Jen as a new housewife is great. She'll definitely be asked back next season, and maybe they can beef up the friends. Taylor, although I'm not overly invested in her, she has more history with the ladies and could probably bring a little more, especially since she's bonding with Jen. Bring on the kooky acting coach as a friend of. She has more personality than Gina for sure. So we get to this triple couple dinner. At the start, Shannon is guarded when John asks her how her lunch with Tamara and Vicky went. She's so awkwardly mum about it that it just seems like she's hiding something. She isn't about to share what Heather said about their relationship, and that makes sense. She doesn't have all the info yet, so why get into it, especially before this dinner? Tamara and Eddie arrive first, and she starts filling John in on the Jen Ryan drama. This man looks so uninterested in every word that is coming out of her mouth. I feel like he's just a normal guy who is not into this whole TV Housewives drama, but he loves Shannon and put up with it for as long as he could. But I'm sure the minute he found out his personal life was being put on blast, that's when he was out. Jen and Ryan show up. He is so douchey looking. He's literally dressed like an early 20-something frat boy, and this man is probably 50 years old. So they're at dinner, and Ryan makes a joke about the dick pic, which was probably at the direction of production so they can get this awkward conversation started. There's awkward silence because who the hell wants to talk about that? Ryan starts to give an apology for his behavior, but also slips in a dig at Eddie that he felt betrayed by him. Eddie starts off by praising Jen and ensures she knows he's not disparaging her, but lays out that all the rumors he heard about Ryan going after married women didn't sit well with him, or the fact that he is a serial cheater. Then, when he saw that Ryan got together with Jen, it made him realize that the rumors he heard rang true. Oh my goodness, Shannon's face watching this, her and John's reactions, that would be me. Such an awkward dinner topic. In the end, they all decide everything is squashed and they're over it. Just like that. Obviously, because Tamara has a new target, there's no need to drag this out for another 8 episodes. Previews for the rest of the season show that we're getting more Vicky and the Tres Amigas on a group trip, which should be fun to watch. Vicky Gunvalson is just good TV. We also see the starting of the Heather and Shannon pylon. Lots more drama to come. Now that we're halfway through the season, what do you guys think? Are you liking it? What would you rate it out of 10? I think I'd give it a 7.5. We've seen a lot worse from Housewives franchises, but I'm invested enough that I'm going to keep watching. Let me know if you will too. That's it for this week's recap. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch up next week. Bye.